ministry believes that we are the hands and the feet of Jesus Christ. Our goal is to help you get to where you need to be. And we have provided today companies, we have provided today resources, ladies and gentlemen, that will help you move to the next level. And so we are grateful to God to have you in our presence this morning. We have with us a very, very large group of dignitaries that are here, and they're here every year. Come on, give our dignitaries a round of applause. They are here specifically to wish you well. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. There is no traps here. There's none of that. There will be nobody arrested. So I want to lay that out. I just want to go out and say that. Will be nobody arrested today. We have resources, y'all. We're offering jobs. Last year, y'all, we saw 1,100 people through those doors. And we are hoping to break that record today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to bring up to you, of course, now she's a media celebrity, our very own Judge Rocky Jones, who will further conduct the program. Thank you. Come on up, Judge.
What I whispered to him, y'all, was, I can't stand you. But good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to our 4th annual Job and Resource Fair. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So he took some of my lines. The first thing we did want to tell everybody is this is a safe space. What that means is that nobody here is looking to arrest anyone. Nobody here is in trouble. We are here because it is not a second chance, but it is another chance. Will we all agree? So y'all done been in church before. Turn to your neighbor and say neighbor, another chance. Because that's what we're doing today. It's not just a second chance. Because if you're anything like me, before I even got here today, I had at least 150 different chances granted to me. And so that's what we're about. So it was kind of funny how when we were talking about nobody here will be arrested, nobody will be in trouble, the first one that laughed and snickered was John Wiley Price. Commissioner Price had to think real hard, and sitting next to the sheriff. So I think he kind of whispered over to her and was like, am I good today? So if he's good, all of y'all are good. So I will tell you that how this is going to work today. I am going to bring a few folks up, and it's not going to take long. We're not going to belabor you, but it is important that you understand that this is a community effort. It is a community effort. And so like my pastor says, Oscar D. Epps, I wrote a few words down because I thought it was something that was important. I was looking at something and it says, we all need to know your past is a chapter in your story, but it's not the title of your life. We all know that and believe that, right? Also, we have to understand people are more than the mistakes that they've made, because we've all made some mistakes. But all it's going to take for change, for true change, all it's going to take is one employer saying yes. It's going to take one mentor willing to encourage, right? It is going to take one person willing to say, you know what? I see your potential and not your past. And so that's what we're here to do today. So if y'all keep an open mind and an open spirit, we promise all the job and employers that are here, the city of Dallas, well as the city of DeSoto, Cedar Hill, Lancaster, Duncanville, who are here to help you hopefully take care of some of those traffic tickets and violations. But let me put a pin in it right there. Y'all, they are here to help you. We are not all miracle workers, right? So we will try to make sure if there's some warrants that can be lifted. Yeah, sure. We'll try and do that, but let's be honest. If you have about 200 tickets, maybe we can't get all 200 of them taken care of today. but we will do our best to make sure that you are successful in this next path. So the thing that I will leave you with is that I want to thank all of the employers that are here, all the employers who are willing to give people another chance, not just a second chance. But we also got to thank these job seekers, because you know what? We couldn't do it without you. If y'all weren't here, we wouldn't be here. And we want to thank all the people who came out for the resources, all the different organizations. Now, here is the cool thing that we've been working on for the past 4 years since we started this. And I did have the bright idea to bring it to Pastor Epps. But we have been working on a website. We have been working on resources that you can use all year round. So when someone comes out from whatever situation they're in and they're trying to re-enter into this society and community we actually have a website that all the things and all the people that you'll see here today, whether it's the job seekers, whether it's the resources, you can actually go to our website, and it is secondchancecmbc.org. We'll make sure to provide that stuff for you, but you might have a friend or someone who couldn't make it today, but you can give that information to them. So, without further delay and further ado, we are going to get this party started right with Commissioner John Wiley Price, who is going to bring us greetings from Dallas County.
Good morning. I was sitting there telling the sheriff I don't need a second chance or a third chance. I need as many chances as I can get. And I don't get confused. First of all, let me thank Pastor Oscar Epps in his absence, and thank you for hosting this. And I'm going to say something about members of this church, Judge Rocky Jones and Councilwoman Crystal Chisholm and Stephen Jones, who I've known forever. But, you know, this church, glad to see this kind of activity. Give me just a second. And I don't usually do this. Tonight, their sheriff is a promotion on Channel 8. I'm just going to ask y'all to look at it. And I say that as much as anything else is going on. When you got people who believe in you, they get tested. And Judge Rocky Jones has been tested. Just because people are on probation, that doesn't mean that they're not truthful, that they're not forthcoming. You've got to have, and I think the Bible talks about it, Sheriff, discernment. And Judge Rocky Jones has that. You're going to see a story tonight, the first story that's going to just take you aback. And I've been working with her and a number of individuals, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. I want you to see it for yourself. There's a lot of things that are going on. I also want to thank this morning our partner that's here. I saw him somewhere. Where'd you go? John Proctor? Where did you go, man? I thought I saw him here. John Proctor is the president of the Regional Black Contractors Association. And there he is. Stand up, John. Stand up. And the reason I bring him up is because Dallas County, and again, I can't say enough about this fourth one here. Dallas County entered into an arrangement with the RBCA. And it's not just about another chance or what we call returning citizens. It's not just about another chance. It's about an engagement for employment, and especially in the public sector. I mean, Dallas County does hundreds of millions of dollars worth of business. And one of the things he did, he came to me and he said, look, there are some challenges. There are some challenges in terms of housing. There's some challenges in terms of training. And so I'm with them as they talk with Dallas College and talk about training and all. But after that, people were having challenges finding some place to reside. And so through the ARPA funds, American Rescue Plan, and I know this ain't political, but y'all can say what y'all want to say about Joe Biden. I got plenty of money to be able to do some stuff. Infrastructure, build housing, and to engage into a project with the RBCA. We have a project called Joseph Lockridge. Joseph Lockridge was the first African-American legislator from Dallas County. He was killed in a Braniff plane crash. And of course, he was succeeded by Dr. Zan Wesley Holmes in the legislature. And I'm giving you this because Joseph Lockridge was carrying legislation about what we're talking about today. That was over 50 years ago. And so we had an engagement with the RBCA, the Regional Black Contractors. We purchased apartment units through their CDC, Community Development Corporation. We went in and we programmed them. And we've been in that engagement for several years. One of the things, they didn't just stop there. They said, every time you get a project at Dallas County, we want to know how many people you're going to employ, and whoever you bring in as a vendor, we want to make sure that they're going to give people an opportunity to participate. It makes all the difference in the world when you begin to make $30 an hour. And he continues to forge that. And so I want to thank him. And by the way, our units, Joseph Lockridge and CDC, RBCA, is located on 52nd Street. And it has a transition point. You come in, you got to work. Once you do that, you transition out, and somebody else comes in. And I want to thank a number of the churches because I could not use ARPA money, American Rescue Plan, to furnish those units. So we went to certain churches, and they began to furnish the units, et cetera, et cetera. I just want to say thank you to Judge Rocky Jones and Crystal Chisholm. Thank you. We embrace you. We join. But for the grace of God, there go I. I don't get confused. And I'm always glad to be on a program with Sheriff Marion Brown, who's also co-pastor in my district. And her compassion shows. You may not think it, but the compassion shows in terms of custody. That jail that we have called Dallas County is the second largest in this state. It's the 9th largest in this country with over 3,100. But when she walks through there and she sees individuals who have historically not had just basic consideration and rights, we appeal to the jail commission and we said Dallas County is going to fund it. And so people who are on the floor, you've been through that. We're there 7 days a week. That jail is larger than 80% of the cities in the state of Texas. But it's about compassion. The moment you do not have compassion, you become complicit in what's going on. We're here today to support community, Judge Rocky Jones, Crystal Chisholm, and all the other members. Just thank you for being here. That's one of the reasons, Mr. Proctor, I told him, I said, I'm supposed to be in court. I said, no, I'm going to be here. Workforce, can't say enough about you. Thank you. We need you. We're going to be okay. You can get skills training, but more than that, opportunity. And that's what he makes sure of. You can get all the training in the world, but he wants to know when that next project is coming, how many of my people are you going to employ? Okay? That convention center, hello, that $5 billion convention center, how many people are you going to employ? And by the way, he can tell you how many is working down there. Last thing I'm going to say is when we redid Dallas County administration, those 3 buildings, cost of $200 million, we hired 80 individuals who were there every day as part of our neighbors. Y'all can call it second chance, whatever. It's our returning neighbors. They were a part of that project, and he made sure every day. And the last thing I'm going to say is, you have to watch folks, because, they'll have you out there filling up water barriers. He said, hold on. That ain't no skill. So then he came and complained. So then we said, hey, we want them taught in a way that they can transition. So when this project is finished, they can move on to the next one. I want to thank him. I thank all of you for being here today, okay? So does that mean the sheriff is up? Sheriff is up next? Who's up next? Sheriff, they tell me you're up next. Come on. Okay. I'm always glad. I'll stay in good stead with the sheriff.
So last year, Judge Rocky, come on, we're going to have a heart-to-heart, because last year I asked you all not to put me behind the lieutenant. Now, see, some of you remember, right? And so this year you put me behind Commissioner Price. That'll teach me, right? Good morning to everyone. I am so glad to see all of your faces in this place today. We are thankful for the opportunity to come and just give to you a word of encouragement. And it has already been said. The people who stand before you are not people who are without a need for a second, a third, Judge Rocky, another chance. So I want to be clear about that. I don't stand before you as someone who has not needed to raise my hand and say, hey, can you help me? And let me give you a little secret. There are some people who want you to think that they made it through this life to where they are, whatever it is that they are doing, and that they did not need a second chance. Let me let you in on it. Yes, they did. Each and every one of us, if the truth be told, we have needed that second chance. And sometimes that second chance was way down the road somewhere, but we have indeed needed that chance. I want to encourage you today to look to where you want to be. That's the pastor part of me. Look to where you want to be. You have to have faith to believe that you can get beyond where you are now. Because what you have dealt with to this point is not the end of the story. The story is still going on. And it's not about what you have done. It's about how you recover from what it is that has happened to you. So let me just encourage you today to take advantage of the vendors who have come out here today. They are wanting to give you a second chance. And no, there's no arrest happening here today. And as the sheriff of Dallas County, I'm saying there are no arrests happening in this place today, okay? So take advantage of this opportunity. See yourself where you want to be, and then start moving toward that, because every journey begins with what? One step. All right, God bless you today.
All right, if we could please have Mayor Pro Tem Letitia Hughes from DeSoto, and can we have Councilwoman Crystal Chisholm come up and give us greetings from the city of DeSoto?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here. I am Letitia Hughes, Mayor Pro Tem of City of DeSoto, and I'm here on behalf of our mayor and other city council members who couldn't be here. I'd like to acknowledge Councilwoman Crystal Chisholm, and she'll say something when I'm done. But I just want to say I'm proud of you all, because just like our sheriff just said, even if there was somebody here who was going to make some arrests, you all were brave enough and bold enough to get up anyway. So thank you. I'm so encouraged, and I want you all to stay encouraged. And like they said, come every year. I've had an opportunity to watch, I think this was the brainchild of Deacon Jackson and Judge Jones, and it's been amazing to watch every year how successful it has been. So we are looking for great things from you today. Again, be encouraged, take home a job, take home some clothes. And on a side note, I'm also a real estate broker. I do have a couple of properties. Yes. Not only are they giving you second chances here, but I have some landlords who are willing to give you a second chance. So if I can help you, I will. Please reach out.
Good morning, everyone. Y'all excited? Y'all pumped up? Y'all ready? Go get your job. Listen, I am Crystal Chisholm. Not only do I get to serve in the city of DeSoto, but I also get to serve at this amazing church. I led the marketing for this event, and so I am super excited because we got a full room, and I know people are still coming in, but I want you to know that your past does not define you. As a little black girl from Pleasant Grove, let me tell you, anything is possible. And here's the deal. I hope you enjoyed today, but if you need to be filled up in your soul, we are open on Sunday 3 times on 7 a.m. 7 a.m., 9:15, and at 11:15. So if you need a word, please come by Sunday, and I promise you won't be disappointed there either. All right, y'all take care.
Keep these cities rolling. If I could have the Mayor Pro Tem of Cedar Hill, Mr. Glover, come on up for us.
Good morning. I was told to keep it brief, so I had to write my remarks down. I want to thank everyone for being here. I'm Greg Glover, the Mayor Pro Tem of the City of Cedar Hill. And on behalf of our mayor, Steve Mason, and our entire city council and our community, we want to thank you for being here and coming out today. I also, before I continue, I want to thank Pastor Epps and the entire Community Missionary Baptist Church family. Give yourself a round of applause for opening your doors to host this event. I know Pastor Epps has said this before because I've been here. We serve an awesome God, a God who forgives, restores, and has a plan for us to prosper. Each one of us in this room, including me, has needed a second and a third and many, many more chances. I wouldn't be here without the blessings of those in front of me to provide the chance for me. We're here today because of grace, and I don't mean that little girl in your elementary school, but God's grace has met us somewhere along the way. Sometimes that's a person who has been placed in front of you to help guide you, and sometimes that's God moving you in the right direction. I want to reiterate, this is a safe space where your past becomes a lesson, not your label. Your past may explain where you've been, but it does not limit where you're going to go. There are employers here, resource partners, and community leaders who believe in you. Can I give you just a practical confidence builder? I'm a business mentor. Sometimes you have to practice the things you need to do well. Can you just turn to somebody, shake their hand, and say, I believe in you? I think we do a little bit better than that. Can you say, I believe in you? How did that work out? You know, you're exercising your confidence. You're showing your presence. You're showing the world that you're ready. And before I close, let me just remind you of one thing. Hope has a voice, and it sounds like you. When you speak with confidence, when you shake a hand with purpose, when you walk into an interview knowing that you belong, hope speaks through you. So can you say it with me one time? Hope has a voice. A little bit louder. Hope has a voice. And it sounds like me. If you haven't heard this today, if you haven't heard this in a few months, if you haven't heard this in what seems like a lifetime, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for showing up. I'm proud of you for making that first step on your way for your second, third, fourth, as many chances as you need. And I want to welcome you and thank you for being here today.
The the city of Dallas. We have the different, I'll say southern sector cities, where that judge is gonna come and do all he can to make sure that maybe you can get a second chance with some of those citations. But before I go any further, I will be remiss. Would all the volunteers please stand? Look around. Y'all see these people? These are people who are actually here to serve for you. If you see someone with a red shirt, or even if they don't have a red shirt, if you see them with a smiling face and they look like they belong to CMBC, ask them a question, and they'll tell you where you need to go. So I wanted to say thank you. Oh, yes, thank you. And they have a lanyard that says volunteer. But I just wanted to thank each of the volunteers because they helped us pull all of this off. So thank you. Thank you. Now I would like to call up Judge Henry Campbell. He's laughing because we actually went to Texas A&M together in College Station. So he can't do too much because I got envelopes and secrets. So we welcome him. Thank you.
Good morning. Jeez. One of the reasons why we're probably laughing and smiling again, because I've known Judge Rocky Jones for almost 40 years, and, you know, it just kind of is a testament of how God is good. We've come from a long, long way to where we are right now, and I'm very proud of Judge Rocky Jones, and I know she's proud of me as well. So, again, you know, a lot of our laughter and jokes, again, we're just proud of each other. One thing about being the judge, as Judge Jones knows, the judge sets the rules. So, again, this is not a safe place. Everybody's going to jail. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm playing. Now, okay. Again, let me introduce myself. My name is Henry Campbell. I have multiple jobs. It's a blessing. I'm the magistrate judge for the Tri-City Jail at DeSoto. I'm also the judge for the city of Lancaster. I'm also the judge for the city of DeSoto. I'm also the judge for the city of Wilmer. And I'm also the associate judge for the city, Cedar Hill. So, I got multiple jobs. And then also, I still also maintain my own private practice. So, I'm busy. And again, it's a blessing that I'm able to do that. I'm very thankful that the city councils at different cities, DeSoto, Lancaster, Wilmer, also Cedar Hill, and DeSoto have put the responsibility for me to be a representative for the different cities. And one of the things that I mentioned to all the city councils when I went before them, it's more than me just being a judge. I'm pretty much sure you guys have probably seen me around and probably have no idea what I do for a living. And again, that does not make me as a person. I'm separate. If you come up to me, I'll give you the same response you give me. You know, if you come up to me rude, I can give it back to you. But again, I generally don't like to do that again. I'm a people person. I love people, and one of the things that I ask that any of those cities that appointed me is allow me to give back to the community. So when Judge Rocky Jones reached out to me and asked for me to provide my services, I did it with no questions asked. So again, I'm thankful for you guys asking for us to be here, okay? So what's going on today, we have representatives from the city of Dallas. We have representatives from Lancaster, DeSoto, Cedar Hill, Lancaster, Duncanville, and possibly maybe Glen Heights. So you have representatives here, so you have an opportunity to resolve some of your citations. Again, we're not here to force you to any type of pleas. You know, I know other than with the city of Dallas, which I have no control over, other cities, again, if it's a situation where you're not waiving any constitutional rights, if it's a situation where you want to possibly get a court setting and you have not entered a plea, we'll allow you to do that, okay? We will work with you. If it's a situation where you want to try to get on a payment plan, or because I am here, it's an option. If you don't want to do a payment plan and you want to do some type of deferred disposition, we'll do that. So again, we're here to work with you guys. Again, despite what you might hear in the press about Dallas County or Southern Dallas County, we care about our people, okay? It's the reason why we're here. You have plenty of volunteers here. They're not getting paid for their time. And again, we want this Dallas County, in particular, southern Dallas County, to flourish. Again, if you go other places throughout Dallas County, you go to Plano, South Lake, Capel, Frisco, believe it or not, the same home builders you see out there are the same ones that are here. We have individuals who work in our community who are entrepreneurs, who are as successful as they are. We have schools who care about our education. We have community leaders who care about what's going on in the school. So again, I would ask as a community that we work together. And again, one reason why we are here from the courts, again, we're here to work with you. Nobody is getting arrested today. Do you understand? Nobody's getting arrested today. We'll be here until, I think, 1 o'clock. If you know somebody that's not here, they can call. They can come up, call them and tell them to come up. We are taking walk-ins. We're willing to work with you. Again, I would ask that you guys take advantage of it because, again, you know, by us extending this courtesy to kind of help you guys out, you know, we're losing some revenue, but it's never about revenue. That's one of the things as a judge, it's not my job as a judge to care about how much money we bring in. My job as a judge is to be fair and serve the community. So again, thank you guys for coming out. And again, I'm very appreciative that you guys want me out and appreciate that Judge Jones asked me to be here. So again, hopefully you guys take advantage of the situation. In any of the cities that I mentioned, DeSoto, Lancaster, Cedar Hill, Wilmer, I got everybody? I mean, again, if you ever have any issues in reference to our court, reach out to our staff. And again, we're willing to work with you guys, okay? Because the worst thing I don't want to see you when I'm arraigning you at the Tri-City Jail and now you decide you want to try to take care of your business, okay? But again, thank you.
So, real quick, if you have not checked in when it is time to go out to the job area, the employer area, make sure you hit those QR codes. Make sure it's real simple. It's just a QR code, and if you can't really navigate that, we have people in the red shirts that will help you, all right? They will help you. Also, I know we have some Spanish speakers here. We also have Spanish interpreters. Jessica Treviso, where are you at? Stand up for me. There she is. Yay! And I believe we may have Pastor Chris Henderson that may be coming as well, but we have other folks here. So if you are more inclined to speak Spanish, we have help and assistance. Thank you. Jessica Treviso is actually a member of the Dallas County District Attorney's Office right now. And so y'all just have to understand everybody is coming together to help. We don't want y'all to think we all bad because we in Frank Crowley. Or as people like to tell me, Judge, you next to the jail. We ain't all bad. So I need to bring up my friend, Lieutenant Paul Sandifer from Cedar Hill. So let's get ready for the ride.
Where the white cops at? I hadn't been fired yet for doing this. I'm so grateful that they invited me back, and I think they just wanted a little bit of a laugh. That's all right. Let's think about this. No other time in history has this group of people been all together in one place for this purpose. And it probably won't, hopefully it doesn't happen again with this group. We'll get the next group in next year. I want to thank my brothers over there, Pastor Epp, Pastor Jackson. They are some real ones, I'm telling you. I love them, and they always put me to work, whether it's loading up air conditioners or I don't know. They said, put your back into it, boy. Let me ask you a question. What would you do if you needed to make a person that was resilient and strong and patient and dangerous? We give dangerous the wrong words, but You know, you don't want to be without the ability to protect yourself. You just want to be measured and know when you're supposed to use it. What would you do to make that person? If you wanted the perfect family member, okay, would you just give them all the money? They didn't have to earn nothing? Would you never get them in a fight? I'm looking out here at some men. I can guarantee you when your little boys get in a fight, you say, get up, boy. Stop crying, right? I'm 51. When I was young, everybody could put their hands on you. I don't know what it was. The teachers, they put their hands on you, and then they're going to tell your mama, and then mama's like, well, what did you do? And then they put your hands on you, and then she calling the coach and the pastor and everybody. If you are my age, you got whooped, right? And I'm not saying that's what we need. I'm just saying it was a little bit different. So I do some crazy stuff when I'm watching TV. I don't like to watch normal cable. I do YouTube. And I've told this story before, but then I saw another video, and I'm going to be honest with you, I was tripping out a little bit. Anyone in here seen the honey badger videos? If y'all don't know, this honey badger's about this big, right? He is not a big animal. But I'm going to tell you something, he packs some heart. I'm watching this video, this honey badger, mind you, he started it, right? He is digging in his beehive, and these bees are on him. They are letting him have it. And I'm kind of chuckling a little bit because he is just singularly focused on getting that food, right? And he is getting swarmed. And I don't know if there's 1,000 bees in a hive, but there was a ton of them, okay? Now, I say he's minding his own business. He's trying to eat the bees, trying to protect their stuff. Out of nowhere, a cobra is coming up like this, just for no reason picking a fight, okay? This dude is already, you can tell he's swatting at these bees. He's hurting and he's hungry. He's trying to get him some food. For no reason, this viper is coming up, and he turns around and gives him a warning and kind of bites at the cobra. This thing literally hits him, and I'm like, oh, okay, he's done. So now he's getting stung by the bees. He's fighting this cobra, and the cobra is hitting him over and over, just tagging him, boom, boom, boom. And he's staying in the fight. Finally, he gets the best of the cobra, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't know how this dude is doing it. I mean, you may have some kind of immunity or something like that, but after that many bites, everybody would give up. He didn't. He kills the viper, the cobra, the black mamba, I don't know what kind of thing this was, but it was bad. Then you see him, he starts stumbling off. I don't know if y'all ever seen one of these things walk. They got a strut, right? The whole body's moving back and forth. You see him start to slow down. Okay, he was hungry, he took his licks, somebody out of nowhere came, starts biting him, this thing goes down. He doesn't go down in his burrow or in some kind of safe nest or whatever, he's out in the middle of a trail. I'm watching this video and I'm like, what is going on with this thing? About 5 or 6 jackals come up and they see him laying there, and he is just comatose, basically, because of all the neurotoxins in the venom. I've seen a lot of violence in my life. I've had it done to me. I've had to do it. It is what it is. It's part of life. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I had to turn the video off. Because at one point, while he's trying to get his bearings, the jackals have him by the face and the leg and the stomach, and they're all fighting each other to get at him. At one point, he is suspended in the air, bit in the face, in the stomach, and in the legs, and they are just trying to tear this dude apart. He gets one leg on the ground, and he backs up and backs up and backs up. And this dude backs himself up against a wall and fights off 5 jackals. Why would I tell this story to this group? I'm telling the story to this group because I see, let's just say, some honey badgers in the audience. You're going through life, you're trying to make it, the bees come. Out of nowhere, the vipers come. And when you're at your low point, people, the jackals come. And I hope you're not recording this because I'll catch some flack. I don't care. I've been here 25 years. Sometimes the jackals look like me. Sometimes the jackals look like a doctor that gave you the bad news, okay? Sometimes the jackal is an HVAC tech that tells you, hey, you know, you need some food for the kids, but your system went out and it's summertime and now you got to spend $10,000 on it. I don't know what your jackal is. I know that the only person that's going to change your life, though, is you. So check this out. 60 Minutes did a study. They didn't do the study. The scientists did the study, and 60 Minutes was like, oh, man, this is crazy. They put some marshmallows in front of the kids, and this was about 30 years ago because they wanted to see how the study went over time. And they said, hey, you can have double this portion if you'll wait 15 minutes. I know how I am. I'm seeing a treat in front of me like this, and these kids are like this. They're like touching it and like messing with it. One kid picked the marshmallow up, put it in his mouth, and was like this and put it down. What they found was the kids, white, black, Indian, it didn't matter, the kids that could delay gratification, okay, and wait for their reward, actually later on in life, higher SAT scores, lower drug use, families weren't as broke. I mean, just so the point is, if we can control our minds and do what we're supposed to do in the moment, what we do today makes tomorrow better. So I'm going to tell you this. It's called neuroplasticity. They've done study after study. Scientists used to think that the brain stopped growing and developing when you were a kid. But the things that we do now, the habits that we've got, form neural pathways in the brain. I'll quit nerding this up in 2 seconds. Just stick with me, okay? When you choose to focus on the good and you choose to do right, it makes new pathways in the brain. You create new habits and the brain changes. Then what does it do? It releases all of the hormones that make you feel liked and loved and driven and together and satisfied and all of that. What I'm going to ask you guys to do is, Ernest Hemingway said, there is no nobility in being better than your fellow man. The nobility comes in being better than your prior self. So what I want y'all to do is take those small steps to be better. And when you're with your group, they're going to make fun because you're going to fall. Okay? And all these little laughing and all of this, oh, you ain't no better than us. You ain't going nowhere. Okay, well, the next day I take a step out here, and they're still talking. Okay? 2 or 3 weeks from now, I ain't even in the building, so I don't care what you say. Okay? And at some point, you're going to get to the point where you have to get on social media just to hear the haters. Right? We choose where we go. So last year, Luther Vandross, the fat one, not the skinny one, Fat Luther, was rolling in his grave because I sang a song. Judge Rocky was trying to trip over stuff to come up here and be like, ebony and ivory. We're going to be up here singing together. So what I want to tell you today is, and I'll play with the lyrics just a little bit, in the words of Kool and the Gang, how you going to do it when you really just want a job? By standing on the wall. Guys, get your back up off the wall. And I heard all the people say, get down on it. Get down on it. Look. You want the view, you don't want the climb. You better get down on it. You want to be a diamond, but you're going to complain about the pressure. It takes time, people. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. Listen to me. Faith doesn't make it easy, it makes it possible. Come on, y'all, get it done.
All right, now y'all see what I meant when I was like, okay, let's get this started. So we are going to close out. We are going to go do what y'all came to do. Put that 1 foot down. What'd he say? That honey badger, all he needed was that one leg down, and he knew he could fight. So I am going to bring up, of course, the pastor of this church, Reverend Oscar D. Epps. And he is going to close us out, but just so you know, the Texas Workforce Commission is here. They're going to help you and assist you with that resume if you don't have it. We have that resource room where you can go get legal services. You can go ask about housing. We have Veterans Affairs. We have all those things. We also have, as I told you before, if you don't feel comfortable speaking in English, we make sure that we have those interpreters for you too. So as Pastor Epps comes up, I want to leave you with this. A criminal background may explain where someone has been, but it does not determine where you can go. When opportunity meets accountability, lives can be transformed, families can be restored, but more importantly, communities can become stronger. So I may be a criminal district judge, but you know what? We are all here together, and we gonna do what? Get down on it.
Guys, before I share and pray us out, I want you to just check out the words, the lyrics, if you will, of a song. It's a church song, but it kind of fit all of us. Guys, listen, that song said, I'm sorry, forgive me, clean me up. Jesus, I didn't mean to hurt you nor desert you because I love you so much. I admitted that I didn't mean to let you down. Turn my life around and give me another chance. And that's why we are here today, to find another chance. I shared on my prayer line that I do every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30 about today's festivities. And you know, I'll be totally transparent, totally honest, as I try to do every time I'm proclaiming from the pulpit. Church people oftentimes get on my nerves. They're snooty. Some think they're better than others. Some feel like that they are above others. But I asked this morning on my prayer line a rhetorical question. How many of us can honestly say if God pulled back the sheets on our lives that we wouldn't have a rap sheet full of felonies? As a matter of fact, from a biblical perspective, I believe all of us in here are murderers. When you read the book of James and he talks about the tongue and how it's a deadly weapon, We've all killed somebody talking bad about them. So at the end of the day, I'm sharing what I'm sharing to let you know, I don't care who you are, what you've done, you are here today because God decided to give you another chance. Whether you are here to offer a job, you're here to find a job, you're just here to volunteer, we are all here because we have all been given another chance. When I look at Sheriff over here, Sheriff is what she does, but she's still a person. The commissioner is not who he is. He's John Wiley Price. There just happens to be the commissioner. And we can keep going down the line, and your name and what you do can fit right there. But your position never makes you. You're still a person that have real issues and real struggles, that have had to fight through real life and had to overcome some obstacles. I've often said, and y'all hear me, I'm the 8th child of 8 children. My mama had 8 kids. She messed up the first 7 times and had 7 girls, and then she finally got it right and had me. And guys, after messing up, the only thing you want to do is find a way to get cleaned up. And that's why we're here today, to help you get rid of some tickets or whatever we have that we can help you to expunge, to help you have another second chance at a job that oftentimes are not ever offered. And guys, we are here to treat you with the utmost respect and dignity. And if you find where that has not been extended, I need to know, because whoever that person is that's not treating you with respect and dignity is the person that's not welcome at my church. We want you to be successful, and we're going to do everything we can to put you in a good place, on a good path, so your past can be behind you and bygones can be gone by. Judge Rocky, I was thinking while you were sharing, and you were saying that we have a Spanish interpreter, and if someone needs an interpreter, we have that person. But I was thinking, well, if they need an interpreter, do they understand what you're saying? But guys, we want you to go to the different vendors, find the job that you want, and then let's just hope, trust, and pray that it's a match made. And I just want to say one thing. When you have the privilege to let your past be behind you, don't let your present or your future be affected by what you've already overcome. Start life today looking forward and not backwards. Start life today moving in a good direction. Start life today letting your bygones be gone by. Father, we bless you for the privilege that we get to serve people today. And Master, we thank you for each person that have come through these doors. I thank you so much for the people we have labeled dignitaries who have spoken out of their hearts. And now, God, I pray that you would touch the hearts of these employers as these future employees come to their tables. God, be a matchmaker and match the people with the job you would want them to have. And God, through this day, we bring you glory, honor, and praise in Jesus' name. Let us all say amen. All right, guys, we are ready. And by the way, Lieutenant, God would not ever use Steve as a pastor.
Guys, give my little brother a round of applause. I love him. Okay, here's some housekeeping tips, y'all. Here's some housekeeping tips. We're going to ask the employers to go ahead and move back to your areas right now. Employers, go ahead and go back to your stations. Just the employers only. Ladies and gentlemen, while the employers are moving out, I want to remind you, we need each person to check in. Now, big difference. If you've registered, you can check in. If you have not registered, you cannot check in. So you have to register and then check in. But we want to account for you. We want to account for you. So as you are leaving, tables are set up on the outsides, QR codes, scan and check yourself in. If you run into a problem, ask one of the individuals in the red shirts. We are here to help you. Y'all listen. We are excited to have you here this morning. We're grateful to God that He gives us an opportunity to make a difference in the lives of others. And listen, as they are moving to their positions, we'll give them another few minutes, and then you will be excused to move to that area. We're glad that you're here. Thank God for you. Have an awesome day. Give them another few minutes. I see volunteers still moving. Okay, and we thank you again, dignitaries. God bless you. Thank you all for being here. Okay, let's go ahead and move to your respective areas. God bless you. Have a great day.